So what would you put as the top laners on, not including permaban junglers like Sejuani? Volibear would be right up there. Udyr is one of the best junglers right now in my opinion. We could put Nunu up there too. She's not really banned per se a lot. I still think Vi is really good for solo queue if you're rising. But yeah, like the permaban junglers, like I said, would be like Sedge and Gragas. So like you wouldn't really be like, you wouldn't be able to get those guys as much. But yeah, like I said, Vi, Nunu, Wukong is really good in my opinion. And yeah, those would be like the best for you to rise with. Rek'Sai is actually really strong for some reason. Like you can build Cinder Hulk on her and then go tank, or you can go like Warrior and then go tank. Or Cinder Hulk and then damage, or Warrior then tank. Alright, let's see what he does. I'm gonna stop the music for now. Okay, so standard starts everywhere. Items wise, I mean. Okay. Top lane. Who's your top lane? Vlad. There's his Amumu. Nautilus. Zed versus Urgot. There you go. Okay. Here's something iffy that like I just hate. Like I feel like you should always protect yourself against cheese, right? Because I mean, solo queue is basically just a lot of cheese, like this crap. Like this could have been so easily avoided. As the jungler, I normally go straight bot, ward this, and then go up here and stand here, just to make sure that this doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like stuff like this, like cheeses is what drives solo queue in my opinion. Like for example, like when I played in Italy, I used to like do my first camp and go straight to their red buff or their buff and then just try to kill them there, and it worked like 90% of the time. But like some people are smart enough to like defend against those cheeses, and that's what makes you a better jungler, or like a better solo queue player I should say. Sorry, because everyone tries to do in solo queue is just try to like cheese you, basically try to take these easy routes to try to like catch you off guard. So now Kaylin has no flash, so their jungler would probably be like, oh, well, we can camp bot lane. Look at this is Kaylin Sona, so easy, so squishy. And now their AD carry has no flash. Pretty easy ganks. Especially when you have a Thresh who can just lantern you in. Okay, he's starting red, which isn't bad, depending on what he's going to do after this red. He could go to his side, maybe try to steal his buff. Let's see. Okay. What are you gonna do, Gloom? Okay, you're going to his side. He has no smite either, but you have your consume, so that's one good thing. Oh, you didn't get it, man. This is a nice try, like, but I think you're overstaying here slightly. Like, you don't have flash right now, so if they're balling and rotated up, you were dead. But they didn't, which is kind of dumb with them. But I like your try there, but what I would have done was Nautilus kind of runs lower in the jungle, right? Like early, his first clear, I would have gone to his wolf camp instead and tried to like kill him there. That would have worked out better for you, and you wouldn't have to have burned flash. So now you don't have flash. What you could do now too is that you push Nautilus back, right? You could have done level 2 dragon right now. You have 2 potions still, your smite's up, easy level 2 dragon right there. No one's gonna come and fight, like stop you. You already pushed Naut back. And his next objective is just gonna be his red buff. So as Nunu, remember that, like you push their jungler out and you see like their lane is just staying where they are, you do that dragon. Helps you a lot early. Okay. Don't smite blue buff ever. Smite Gromp. You should have kept your smite up for Gromp and then Wolf or something. Or then what you would have done was, if you didn't smite there, you could have smited Gromp, right? Your second smite would be up in like 10 seconds or something. You could have gone to his jungle and steal one of his camps. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're jungling, don't smite blue, unless it's like imperative that for some reason you really need the mana right there. Blue's like the most pointless thing to smite. You benefit a lot more from ground buff. Also, I don't necessarily agree with this boot start by you. Unless you're like actually gonna go into his jungler, but even then, like you're losing out on a lot of gold. Like you're losing out on gold in terms of like what the jungle item gives you, because you know it gives you an extra 20 gold per camp, right? And I don't see the reason of running boots first here. So it looks like their jungler has ganked twice now successfully, like two out of two, and you have yet to punish him for it at all, like anywhere on the map. Like, first of all, you pushed him out, right? So your first mistake, you should have gotten dragon. So that would have been a great like bonus for you. Second, you saw him top. You should have either gone straight to his. Like you went to cover top lane when you already know your top laner has telly. You should have just gone straight to his jungle, staking his rates. And this is a bad idea. You shouldn't be going here just to help your team. He already ran away from you. Like you can't save him. Look, I think you'll live, but yeah, you should, as Nunu, your biggest thing is like you have to punish the opposing jungler for showing himself on the map. He's chosen one place, you go to the opposite area, you take his stuff away from him, or you go to the opposite area and you try to gank. Basically, it's what Nunu does. Like that's the whole point of Nunu. Okay. See what you're gonna do next. Okay, that's good that you got the ground buff as well. I would fight him for this scuttle though. Your bot lane is still there. Their bot lane has gone B. I wouldn't just, yeah, this is good. I mean, you still have your smite up in 10 seconds, so you can just nom this. There you go. Keeping control of these scuttles is really important for you because it helps your laners definitely. Nunu isn't the best ganker, in my opinion, like, you know, early game ganks or whatever, so you just do whatever you can to support your team at this point. So note you've done like 4 or 5 camps now without upgrading your jungle item to like whatever, like skirmisher, not skirmisher, blue smite, or like trailblazers. Like you've lost on like a lot of gold, at least 100 gold by now, I'd say. That's a lot early. Go, go, go. Okay. Fine, you walked past a pink ward. I hope you cleared that. Ooh, you should have cleared that pink ward. You gotta always take that vision when you can. You were safe right there to take it. Okay, next thing. You have 10 CS on him. That's good, that's good. But he has 2 kills and 1 assist, so you haven't punished him enough. You still haven't attempted to do a dragon yet. Oh, I would honestly just say go back, get your trailblazer or whatever. Buy 1 pink ward. Get back to dragon and do it. Like it's so easy for you to do. It won't even take long. I mean, you obviously can't gank anything right now. I mean, your lanes are losing. You gotta find a way to get yourself back in the game. But now your bot lane dies, so that you guys probably lost dragon here. Hey, blue smite. What are you buying? Blue smite Mobies. Okay, I want to see what you do with these Mobies, because so far you haven't even attempted a gank, except, I get like you have. You've attempted 1 gank bot lane, right? It doesn't really call for Mobi boots here. Like, you're not doing much at all. Like, that's the problem with seeing, like, sure, like, Nautilus got ganks off, but like, it's basically a 4v5 at this point. You haven't done anything. That's bad. Especially as like Nunu, who's supposed to be a high pressure jungler, like, but now in the lane is you pressure their jungler and you haven't done this at all. The only good thing that you've done is gotten scuttle control, like, but other than that, it hasn't. Okay, you go into his red. I hope you take this red straight up. I don't know if this was luck or you actually knew it was up, but this is a good play. Okay. Piece it out. I don't know why you're going back in. Okay, Zed's coming. What the hell? What was that? You canceled your ult instantly. I don't know why. I mean, he was still level 5. He didn't cancel it for you. You just went RR. So, like, you just canceled it pretty instantly. There you go. That's a good gank. Pretty nice. So now what are you gonna do? You just left him alone mid. So if Nautilus comes, he can kill him. After you got that kill, push the lane. Help him take that turret, dude. You guys are down 3 kills. Obviously, the kills department, you're not gonna win. Try to get these objectives early. Push mid with him. You basically got a kill there and you didn't take anything extra out of it. At least do the damage on the turret. Your blue buff isn't as important now as like a kill would be. I mean, sorry, a turret or damage on mid turret. Because if you kill mid, in my opinion, mid outer turret is the most important one. You open the map up. Anywhere, like your team can start roaming. You can do a lot of other things. Your mid laner can start roaming. Like he's Zed. That's what he excels at. So pay close attention to what kind of like mid lane you have. If you have someone like a Nivea, then like okay, whatever. But you have Zed. He can go bot lane. He can help for you. Okay. You guys are only down by 900 gold. That's not a lot. For like 5 kills, 900 gold is you're fine. But your biggest priority here is the next dragon. You have no dragon control right now. You should know what the timer is of dragon because you would hear it like the global sound right when they take it, and they did it right after they killed your bot lane. Okay, you got your Cinder Hulk now. Okay, go back and just take Thresh. You have to back off now. It's a 4v3. Ooh, I think you're dead. Aw, nice try. Vlad's here though. Go Vlad, go. Go Vlad, go. Okay, 1 for 1 right now. Tell your team to push mid. Like, you gotta be pinging this. I don't see any pings here, but remember, you're Nunu and you're the jungler. You have to be the shot caller here. You have to coordinate your team. You gotta take this mid turret as soon as possible. Look, your team's doing this. This is good. This is really good. Like the biggest thing that I've seen is the problem. Like when you play, like you don't try to coordinate your team as much. Like when we do it, right? Like I would coordinate the team, but when you're solo queue, you gotta be the one doing it. You're the jungler. And you're solo queuing, like you can only trust yourself, so you gotta make sure that you're the person, what do you call it? Telling your team what to do. Also, you haven't bought a sweeper yet. You're level 7, 12 minutes in. I'd say buy a sweeper by now and get more wards. I haven't seen you invest in a lot of wards, unfortunately. Nunu is about 2 things: counter jungling and vision control. If you don't do those things as Nunu, there's no point playing Nunu. Like that's what he excels at, is like getting objectives and getting like vision, so like your team can actually do something around you. You're basically a support. You are another support to this team, but with a little more gold on you. They have so many deep wards in their jungle that you really need a. You should know that they have these deep wards because you guys are losing. You know, if the opposing team is winning, they'll start buying wards. They'll deep ward you guys, and that's when it becomes like mandatory that you get a sweeper. Okay. Alrighty, what are you doing next here? You know, I think you know dragons in 15 seconds. If you had a sweeper, you could take that ward out, but you don't. There's so many wards here that they know exactly what your team is planning. Okay, good, good. You guys are grouping up for the objective beforehand. Yep, that's what happens with lack of wards. You should have known that this dragon was up in 15 seconds, right? Or before, or much before that. So basically, your problem was that you didn't get any sort of vision on there beforehand, and you just got caught because you had to face check. Like at that point, you just had to. Like, what else could you do? Your team is winning this fight solely on luck. Like they're winning because they're good. Like you didn't do anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like you might feel good that your team won the fight, but you didn't do anything. And like, look at this. I'm gonna backspace, okay? Before this, you guys have one ward on this map. Here, let me go back more. One ward. That's what Sona put right now in the pit. Before that, you have nothing here. There's no wards anywhere over here. Nothing here. Nothing in this bush. There's a pink there that hasn't been cleared. Like, these wards should have been your responsibility. You should have a ward here and a ward there before this dragon even spawns. Like a minute before this, or 40 seconds before this. That way, you know how the team's moving towards it, and then you could actually try to pick someone off. Like, look at your comp. Zed excels at these 1v1s. Like, he can 1v1 basically anyone on their team right now, in my opinion. You need to not die instantly, like, because you got like 3v1 here, basically 4v1. He's gonna damage you too. Like, it's fine that you're being the tank, but you guys have no vision. So like, that's what I mean by you guys won this team fight by luck, right? What could have happened was they starved your vision, right? These two could have chased like pretty badly into like an area. Like, it could have been horrible because they don't have vision. They could have like lost kills because of lack of vision. That's what I mean. So, but luckily this like worked out for you. But I'm just saying, like, for future reference, try to get these wards out 40 seconds beforehand. Their team is down. Their team fought you. I don't know why Amumu went in with that low health. All they needed to do right there, your team was not going to fight this. Watch, you got caught, right? Instant 4v5 here. Amumu doesn't have ult anymore. I don't know why their team decided to re-engage. I have no idea. Amumu's already like chunked to half health. All they had to do was all come this way. They could all come from there to here, like their team, and done this dragon and ran away. You had no smile on your team. You guys 4v5. I heavily doubt they would have initiated this. Because like, Origa still his ult, Nautilus still his ult, Thresh still his ult. If that Amumu wasn't such an idiot and go in like that, it would have been really, it'd have been a very easy dragon and back for them. Instead now they kind of threw back. Okay, dragon's still up though. And you haven't bought a single real ward. Like, you have one trinket ward up and you have your pink ward up. Sell this, get this, get the warding, not the warding, you have 350 gold on you. You should not have whatever this is. Like, you should have a sweeper here and 2 green wards, always, on you. Like, the pink ward is great, I'm glad you have that, but you do need these green wards. These wards should be placed over here. Like, see the paths where they're coming to you. You know, it's really important you know as much information as you can as a jungler. Like, honestly, as Nunu, just buy a Sightstone if you, like, honestly, it's not bad at all. On Nunu, it's great. Buy a Sightstone after your Cinder Hulk. Nothing bad about that at all. It's actually a really good item. You could have afforded that with the 2 Ruby Crystals. Instead of buying that, you could have gotten a Sightstone. Now, you're level 9, you still don't have a sweeper. 2 people on your team have a sweeper right now, which is good. Your mid laner will probably get an upgrade trinket, but you need a sweeper. You are the objective master. How can you starve them of vision if you can't like starve them of vision? You know what I mean? Like, how do you expect to control an objective if you don't know if they have it warded? Okay. It's a totally fine fight for you guys. Nunu's ulti is a gigantic zone, right? I would have not ultied right there because you only got Nautilus in it. I mean, this fight might be working out for you guys. No, wait, 2 for 2. That's not bad. 2 for 2 is not bad at all. But watch this. If you watch like how the LCS Nunu's play this, you are basically like a wall that they have to go through, or like a really like bad sort of terrain. You started here, right? You start ulting here. Watch. You start. Okay, you ulted here. A Mumu is TPing in. You got their 2 tanks. Your backline is here. If you had moved over here near this trap, right? You basically stop their entire team. Your ulti, this span, if you stand in the middle, covers this entire lane. You would force them to walk through it, and they'll be slow the entire time, right? It would have been much better. Here, watch. You only got 2 of them. Your team, Lucian was able to dive in. Like, there's nothing else. It's like, whatever. He, like, wrecked you. Urgot doesn't give a crap. That's what I mean. If you had gotten all 5, like a barrier between your team and their team, it would have helped a lot more for in that team fight. You might have won that night instead of just going even. So bear that in mind when you're playing Nunu. You're not ulting for the damage. You're ulting because it like makes them hesitate if they want to go in or not on you. Like on your back line. That's the whole point. Oops. Oh god, I'm not trying to speed this up. There we go. Okay. Good. You got your size stone and you got upgrade trinket. Good job. I just feel like this is a little late, but this is good though. Not the upgrade trinket, but I mean, you should have gotten the sweeper a while ago. But the sight stone is good now. That's good. Now just don't forget to place the wards. You know, I've seen people who like buy sight stone like as junglers and just don't place it. Okay, this is good. You're getting a couple of deep wards, or are you? Okay, good. You get a couple of deep wards to see how they're moving through your jungle, or through their jungle. Like, you might be behind, but this is a perfectly good ward, because now you guys honestly can take the initiative. This should be a free death. That's a pointless ulti. But, you're lucky that a Mumu didn't kill your... No, Mumu didn't have ulti. He would have probably killed your Caitlyn. You should have been a block, like a body block between you and your ADC right there. Cause I mean, like, he wasn't gonna get away from you. Like, he didn't have flash up anyway. You already like chilling smited him, so it's not like he was gonna get away. But you should have just made sure in that case that like he wouldn't be able to bandage toss to Caitlyn. Like I said, you are just a big support with more gold. You're just a support with more gold. That's all Nunu is. That's all the Cinderhulk junglers are right now. They're just the wall between their back line and your back line. So their front line and your back line. That's what I should have said. Okay, you're going Righteous Glory next. It's a really good item on Nunu. Or any tank junglers. Honestly, like your second item should always be Righteous Glory after but in Nunu's case second item Sightstone, then Righteous Glory. Okay. So your team's going through the jungle without you. You should be pinging them back here because you're not there and Caitlyn's not there. You stop to kill a ward for no reason while your team's being like jumped on. You should have ulted. Oh, you don't have your ult. See, that point is ult last time, kind of like. That was a perfect place to ulti for you. You're dead too. Bad decision to fight it for your team. Honestly, there's not much you could have done there, but because they started a 3v5. Honestly, it's kind of dumb. Not kind of, it's pretty dumb. So, you should know there's a man on dragon, right? You should really know this. They already cleared out all the wars. So what's your next move? You run straight to dragon and you regain all this control. You start sweeping everything. You put wards down, you make sure you know where they're coming from, and you rush there. And your team is the one who's at dragon before theirs is. Because your team fighting comp is actually incredibly good. Like, theirs is too, but yours is really good. You got Vlad, Nunu, and Sona. More than enough AoE. Oh, that's an AP Amumu, so he's gonna be relatively squishy. He just has a like health from that Roa, that's it. Now this is risky. You're chasing a Thresh basically here and you don't have vision. Look at this. What is the point of this, dude? Tell me why you committed so hard here. Like, you have no wards. None. At all. All these are their wards, that's their scuttler, you have nothing. And you just chase their support in with your Vlad is top lane and your Zed is bot lane. Running up here. Like, this isn't a smart idea. Like, all honesty, like, you're gonna lose this fight, I think. You went 1-for-1. You're worth so much less than their Threshes. So you're worth so much more than the Threshes, especially with Dragon right up. You can't afford to die like that. God, you're getting so lucky in these fights that you shouldn't be. Like I want you to lose this fight. Like, look at this. Okay, going back, right? You just like, I feel bad that you're winning these fights because like you just initiated on this Thresh, okay? And what? You know their mid lane is right there. Like, 2 of them are right there. You only have 3 people here to begin this fight. I don't know why you thought this was a good idea to begin with. All they had to do was they got him, right? These 3, they didn't have to commit. Once again, I don't know why their team overcommits on a kill. Like, what is the point? Why do they do this? They could have just gotten the dragon again for free. And instead they chase and your team gets lucky. Like, it's so sad. Oh, this is so sad. And your team gets lucky, your team gets the dragon. Like, you're just up by goals now. But you didn't do anything. Like, you made the same mistake of last fight. You had no vision and you fought there again. That's why, like, some games that you're not gonna win is because of that. Like, you're starting bad fights in bad areas, or like in areas you don't have enough information at. Okay. You have 4 charges on your Sightstone. What's your next ploy? You gotta make sure they don't rush Baron. They have a pretty decent Baron killing team. They got 2 DPSs, a Mumu who does percentage damage, and they have face tanks for it. Make sure you have at least 1 ward on that Baron pit at all times. There you go. That was good. That was a good gank. Or good roam, I should say. Okay, everyone's outer turrets are down. Apparently your team fights better than theirs. You should know this, and you just walked away from that scuttle. You smited it. Okay, but your team fights better than theirs. This is a point where you tell your team, okay guys, let's group up. Let's go as a team. I'm gonna lead you a righteous glory suit, I believe. How many wards have you placed right now? Like, can I check this? 1 of 3. Well, 1 of 3 wards have been placed. I have a really big problem with you trying to play Nunu like an assassin. You're playing Nunu like you play Vi. You flashed onto their Thresh instead of peeling for your Caitlyn. You do no damage. You don't have a single damage item. Your Ice Ball does what? 193 magic damage, not including any MR they have. And he has an Aegis. So you like what the heck? Like you can't play Nunu the same way you play Gragas. You can't play Nunu the same way you play Vi. You can't play Nunu the same way you play Amumu. He's entirely different. He is a backline support who ults to zone the other team out, and then you basically Blood Boiler AD carry and Ice Blast in when he gets close. That's all your job is. You rely on your ADC. Like, you protect her with your life. That's all you are. Like, you die before your ADC does, not the other way around. In that fight, I believe it was their Nautilus and Urgot or Lucian or someone got straight to your Caitlyn and like destroyed her. Oh, you gotta walk in wards. I've seen you miss like 2 pink wards now, which is a really dumb thing to miss. You gotta always walk through the bushes, like attack or like, you know, like A move through the bushes, because that pink ward should not be there. They didn't know your entire team's plan now because of that pink ward. know you're here. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see, like, oh look, Nunu's walking through there, their entire team disappeared. I'm pretty sure they're here. And he still fell for it. That's sad. That's really sad that he fell for that. But it's not gonna cut in higher Euros, dude. Like, the way you play this game is not gonna cut. Like, what are you doing here, man? Where's your AD carry? Alone. All the way back there. You're initiating fights as, like, I don't even know why you're the one initiating these things. Let them initiate on you. That's, like... You're not Gragas. You can't just, like, run at them and then, like, barrel someone back into your team. Like, you literally run up to them, Ice Blast, and then whoop-de-doo. Like, your AD carry's not even there. The Righteous Glory, like, active didn't hit her, I believe. Oh my god, it's a triple kill for Vlad. His Mobies have procced. I don't think Vlad's gonna catch up to him. Yeah, he's not catching up to him. Mobi's too fast, man. Too fast. But yeah, you gotta stop, like, going, like, so far away from your carry. You already have Vlad and Zed for that. They're both more than enough ample damage. Even Sona will go and get the ult off. You do not need to be another person who goes and dives their Lucian or dives their Urgot. And there's you got the pink ward, thank God. Okay, Dragon's having 30. Good. You've gotten the vision beforehand. This is much better. This is the first time you can actually fight. Well, not now. I mean, it's a 2v5. Not now, but like, this is the first time you actually gotten control over the area before the dragon has spawned. You guys have the scuttle. You guys have vision of the way they're coming through. The only one area that you missed, I'd say, was right here. But you have that ward. It's about to expire. But I put a ward right there. It's really good. Now, you guys know Dragon is up now, right? But you're still standing over here for some reason. You should be at the pit already by now. Because you're playing interference between them and your backline. Now you should ult. This is the perfect spot to ult. You. Ha 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 ha. I think I can clean this up. No, all honesty. No. Okay, let's see what went wrong. Okay, first of all, I'd say you already have the vision here, right? You guys should be here. You guys should be fighting here, them coming this way. Second of all, Sona went kind of alone, which is really dumb of her. That was entirely her fault, but she got out, I believe. She flashed out. Alright. How did Amumu get past? He must have gotten a... Okay, he got the bandage toss on him. You did the best you could in the situation. You zoned off 4 people from your backline. The mistake there was that Sona got caught early and had to be forced out of the fight. That's fine though. I'm glad you played the fight better, honestly. Good, you're getting vision control on the Baron side now, because the dragon is already gone. There's nothing else to do down there. What are you doing, Vlad? Your son has gotten caught so many times. But you guys are gonna win this fight. Maybe. depending on what Vlad can do and what Kate can do. So you stay next to Kate here. You basically body block for this Amumu. You do not chase. You do not chase. I repeat, you do not chase. You have to body block here. Your Caitlyn is more important than killing their Urgot or their Nautilus or whatever you were going for. Do you even put your blood boil on Kate? Because I don't know if I've seen that yet or not. I don't know. Like I'm gonna pay attention to that next fight. I don't know if you like even blood boiled your Caitlyn's. Oh, luckily you had vision on that Baron, so they didn't do it. They could have, but in my opinion, it's good that you had the wards before and you got the scuttle too. So that deterred them a lot. Sweep, sweep, sweep. You have your sweeper up. You don't need these deep wards right now. This is so dumb and risky. You basically just walked alone into their jungle to ward when your team is behind by 7 kills and no one on your team is near you. Nobody. That's not smart, man. You get the deep wards if you're ahead or if you really want to move together as a team. Not when you guys just lost the last fight. Baron is up. Like, you've died twice now in crucial, like, objective situations. Like, what would you have gained from that ward? Tell me, this ward, nothing. This ward, you could have gotten one here and just walked away. But instead, you decided to get a really deep ward that was, at the end of the day, totally useless. Even if you had gotten that ward and gotten out, it was still been a useless ward. Oh my god, you have Vlad tell you that. That's great. So you lost Baron for your death. As a jungler, remember, dude, all objectives are on your, like, rest on your shoulders, basically. If you die, objective opens up. Your team has, like, meh wave clear, too. It's not a short range wave clear. Like Vlad and stuff. So you guys are down now, right? And they have Baron buff. No reason for you to be pushing as 5 because they have Baron buff. Your job right now is to, like, tell your team, hey look, they're gonna try to push in on us. Let's get vision on our red and blue side jungle and wait for them to show up. And you guys are dead because I don't know whose call this was to push, but that was stupid. You guys first of all push without your Zed and Vlad there. And second of all, you're pushing on a team that's way ahead of you right now. In terms of items and like stats, like Baron buff and stuff like that. You should just warded up your jungle, waited for them to come to you, wait out the buff, and try to scale. Because Vlad does scale incredibly well late game. And Caitlyn's a walking turret, so she'll always be useful. How many wards have you placed right now? 2 of 3. Okay, now you have all 3 wards on the map. Even the one of them is really useless because it's in their red side jungle, so you should be replacing that one with another one, a better ward. Vlad's not here. So why are you guys at this turret? Okay, that's good. Burn a Nautilus ulti. Caitlyn is dead. This is all because you guys went to that turret without Vladimir there. It was a 4v5 at best. I think they're gonna end it right now. This game could have been won, honestly. Like, even if Nautilus did get those early ganks off, you could have punished him for it. You could have gotten that early dragon and always had the time run it way before like their team did. And then you could have punish Nautilus for like showing up on like sides of the map by denying him. You could have team fought better in a lot of places, ensuring your team could win these fights. Because you could have. Until like they got Baron buff, your team could have won fights. After that, you can't. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things you could like fix in this game, and you can fix them like before next game pretty easily if you play Nunu again. Um, like I believe in you that you can fix them in like the next game. You just gotta change your mentality when you're playing Nunu as opposed to like your other more aggressive junglers. Just think about it. You're more of a support, okay? You don't do that much damage. You are tanky, yes, but you're not like an initiating tank because like you don't really have like a hard initiating CC. You can also pick people off because with your ice ball, but don't pick people off at the expense of leaving your carries behind. And another thing is like your champion is all about the objective control. So which means that you have to have your wards up 40 seconds to a minute beforehand, and you can only fight in places that you know where their team is like actually at. You can't just like chase it to the fog of war, because if you do, you don't do damage anyway. You're not really an assassin. You can't really just jump on Lucian and be like, I'm gonna 100 to 0 you. So that's not gonna happen. And you have to use your ult for zoning. Like as much as people as you can, you gotta stop their front line from diving your back line. Basically, that's like a summary of like what this game was about. And make sure you upgrade your trinket a lot earlier to the red one. But yeah, that's basically what I have for you.